What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. We are back with a This Week in Destiny, covering everything that you can expect from the week ahead. So if you want to find out more about the Timelost weapons and the Adept weapons available from this week's Nightfall, alongside which ritual activity has a rank boost this week, and more importantly what Tess has available for Bright Dust as well, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 70% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so be sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now this week's video is brought to you by the Ridge wallet. Now these are both compact and durable, so much so they can hold up to 12 cards and still have room for your cash. Now they have over 30 colours and styles, including carbon fibre, burnt titanium and this amazing 18 karat gold version. Now their durable material means they come with a lifetime guarantee, alongside blocking technology that protects you from pickpocketers when you're out and about. Now if you use the link that you see here on screen and down in the video description below, you can get yourself an extra 15% off by using code Jarv at checkout. So be sure to check out the Ridge wallet down in the video description below. So another week and another This Week in Destiny. This week marked week 14 of Season of the Lost. And with that, we see the conclusion of all the Bungie bounties. These are played out throughout the month of November, with all the bounties now being completed ahead of the anniversary pack being launched on the 7th of December. So if you were chasing down that incredible emblem, you'll need to wait until 2022 when Bungie bounties will make a return. Now jumping into the activities for this week, we have a new Vault of Glass raid challenge. It comes in the form of the Gatekeepers challenge. This is called the Strangers in Time. Now to complete this challenge, players must defeat the Praetorian and Wyvern at roughly the same time. You have around a 5-second window to do so, and by completing that you'll get your hands on an extra chest and also the Timelost weapon for the week. Now the Timelost weapon for this week is the Hazen Vengeance. Now the Hazen Vengeance is one of the best rocket launchers inside Destiny 2, and as we all know, Timelost weapons come with second perks in the 3rd and 4th column. So if you haven't been able to get a god roll on the Hazen Vengeance until now, this week would be the week to jump into the Vault of Glass. But if it's not weapons that you're seeking and you're looking for that high stat armor, the high stat armor focus for this week is mobility. Now high mobility is great for pretty much every class inside Destiny 2, especially with some of the changes coming in the anniversary pack. So if you want to make sure you've got the best rolls on your armor before the anniversary pack on the 7th of December, make sure to jump into the Vault of Glass this week. Now moving on to the weekly rituals, we have a new legendary Shattered Realm. It comes in the form of the Debris of Dreaming rotation this week. Now all the Shattered Realms have many mysteries to be discovered. If you're still looking for some of the mysteries and anchors inside the Debris of Dreams, we made a full guide for this particular Shattered Realm. So if you're trying to finish some of those triumphs to get your Realm Walker seal, be sure to check out that guide, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. Now as for the Crucible rotated this week, this will be Showdown. So Showdown makes a return and is perfect if you're still seeking out some of those seasonal challenges. So if you didn't get those done earlier in the season, this week will be the week to jump into the Crucible. But if you don't fancy jumping into the Crucible and you prefer some Gambit, then you have boosted Gambit ranks all week long. Perfect for chasing down those infamy resets, once again ideal for those seasonal challenges. So if you've been holding off completing all your Gambit seasonal challenges until now, this week will be the week to jump into the playlist. Now this brings us nicely onto the Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall for week 14 in Season of the Lost, and we return to the Lake of Shadows. Now let's be honest, we wanted the Lake of Shadows to be the Nightfall when we had bonus Nightfall rewards. Sadly that's not the case this week. However, with that being said, the Lake of Shadows is still one of the fastest Grandmaster Nightfalls in the entire rotation, and it's definitely worth the effort if you can get your fire team together to farm those endgame upgrade materials. But if you're looking for something a bit spicier than endgame upgrade materials, then the Hothead is in rotation this week. One of the strongest rocket launchers inside Destiny 2, and can even roll with tracking and explosive light. So if you haven't got a god roll on the Hothead just yet, make sure to jump into the Lake of Shadows to get your chance to get your hands on one. But if you're not a fan of rocket launchers overall and you prefer something in your kinetic slot, then the Hung Jury is also in rotation alongside the Hothead this week. The Hung Jury is one of the best scout rifles inside the game and can roll with some incredible perks like rapid hit and explosive payload, which are perfect for Grandmaster Nightfalls themselves. Now remember guys, if you do run the normal version of the Nightfalls, the normal variants of those weapons will be available. But if you do run and complete the Grandmaster variant of the Nightfall, then you have a chance to get your hands on the Adept versions too. So whilst we don't have double loot in this week's Nightfall, it would still be worth the effort in jumping into the Lake of Shadows this week. Now moving over to Europa, we have a new Eclipse Zone that can be found over in the Cadmus Ridge region. So once again, if you're still finishing the augments way back from Beyond Light, then head over there to find your target. Now the Empire Hunt this week is the Technocrat in rotation. Once again guys, make sure to fully upgrade Variks over on Europa as well to make sure your Sabotage quests allow this to be a pinnacle reward. It is an easy source for pinnacle loot and is perfect if you're still on the power grind. And as for the EXO challenge this week, this is Simulation Safeguard. This EXO challenge is one of my personal favourites and once again is an easy source for pinnacle loot. So make sure to head over to Europa to get those challenges done. Now next up we're going to take a look at the lost sectors for Tuesday the 23rd of November only. Now the first one can be found over in the Tangled Shore and will be over in the Empty Tank. Now these will be offering exotic arms, so if you're still seeking out some of these gauntlets from previous seasons and god rolls on them, then be sure to head over there to get your chance. But if you're not seeking out gauntlets and you prefer a pair of boots, then if you head over to the Dreaming City and the Aphelios Rest, you'll be able to get your chance to get your hands on a new pair of exotic boots. So whether that be a new pair of Star Eater scales or stompies if you're on a hunter, make sure to head over there if you're seeking out that exotic loot. And finally we move on to the most important part of the week, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust in week 14. Now remember guys, the inventory is subject to change and the items in this video are representative of the API as of the making of the video. And the first item on offer is the SK1 Multi-Band Rover. Now this is a Sparrow way back from Season of Arrivals. Interestingly enough, when you boost on the Sparrow, it actually spins up faster in the middle, which is pretty cool. But if you missed out on it, this will set you back 2,500 Bright Dust. Alongside this we have the Western Front, a brand new exotic weapon ornament for the Monte Carlo this season. This was available in week 5 for silver, but you can pick it up this week for Bright Dust and it will set you back 1,250. Alongside that we have the Shattered Shrieker. This is an old transmat artifact from the Season of the Undying. Now if you missed out on this as I did, then you can pick it up this week for 450 Bright Dust. And the shader on offer this week is the Wayfinder's Guise. Now this hasn't been available for Bright Dust up until now, and if you want to add it to your collection, this will set you back 300 Bright Dust. Now over in the main Bright Dust store we have a new multiplayer legendary emote. This comes in the form of Conga Line. Now this was available in week 11 for silver and you can pick it up this week for 1,250 Bright Dust. I'll leave the word Conga down in the comments and be sure to reply and see how long we can make the Conga Line down in the comments below. Alongside that we have the Junkyard Navigator. This is part of an entire cosmetic set. So if you're collecting this was available for silver in week 11 and can be picked up this week for 2,000 Bright Dust. Alongside that we have exotic armor ornaments. Now this will vary depending on the class in which you visit Tess with. For the Hunter we have the Beastly Visage. This is for the Mask of Bakris. For the Titan we have the Broken Dreams and this is for the Precious Scars exotic helmet. And for the Warlock we have the Chimera's Sting and this is for the Necrotic Grips exotic gauntlets. Now these are all brand new this season and are all available for 1,500 Bright Dust this week. Alongside those we have the Braytech Dream 9 exotic Sparrow. Now this was available back in the Season of Opulence and actually lights up when you boost it as well. So if you missed out on it way back then, this will set you back 2,500 Bright Dust. Alongside that we have the Aim and Fire Rare Emote, a brand new one this season, and this can be picked up for 400 Bright Dust. Alongside that we have the Cosmonaut Ghost Projection, once again a brand new one for this season and part of the Ghost Projection set. So if you're collecting these, this will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust. And the final item on offer according to the API is the Symbol of Rule, but as we all know this was available last week for Bright Dust in Eververse. So as a result it's likely we'll see the Remembrance exotic weapon ornament for the Dead Man's Tail instead. But as we said at the beginning of this section, these are all subject to change, but be sure to let me know which one you prefer down in the comment section below. So there we have it guys, a good look at this week in Destiny. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.